good afternoon folks, and you come for a blether. So on Monday evening was the auction, and I'd been down at the viewing on the Sunday. Couple of things there, some Stanley planes, 2 number 4s and a 4.5, all broken handles and feeling sorry for themselves. And Brian in his early auction days would have had them, but I don't need them. We've got loads of that stuff kicking about here. So I left them be. But this other sort of strange box caught my attention. A few bits and pieces in it. A few strange things actually, but we'll look at those first and then look at the better stuff as we go on. So there was these brick trowels that I hope they wore out and they weren't just chopped down. So I've got 3 of these. One's a smaller one. They would have been good ones in their day. Probably WHS and braids, and there's a stamp on this one. Can't really make that out, but they would have been good quality tools in their day. Why were they chopped down? Were they for pointing certain things? Or if any of you can help with that, that would be interesting. It must have been for a reason that someone went to that effort to chop down these old worn out brick trowels, I hope. From the same kind of era, these spike chisels. Would these have been for cutting out mortar joints? It's another nice chisel here, probably blacksmith made, no name on them. So a few of those. This one does look like it's for cutting out mortar. Again, that's a blacksmith made tool. Just started off that thickness and it was hammered out and made into this shape for taking out mortar joints. Going with the thickness of that, probably for lime mortar. There was this as well. I don't know what this would be for. It's essentially just a shallow curve. I don't know if it's for raking joints or no idea. Be a bit tapered at that end. Very unusual, this thing. No name on it. Again, blacksmith made. No idea what it would be for. See the hammer marks there. Really cool, that. I look forward to just shining that up and it can lie in my windowsill because I do like that kind of thing. Couple of wee, it's like a cutting knife, a marking knife. The handle's kind of, it's got a few cuts in it, but I can maybe sand that out. I thought they was split to start with, but they're actually, somebody's used that to cut on, which is a bit of a shame. But I'll smooth that out as best I can. And we've got this kind of lead knife. It's done very little, very fine blade on it though. And we can get that looking a bit nicer. Again, it's been, handle's been a bit chewed, but I'll flatten that out. Random screwdriver. Germany foreign. Strange to have both those things stamped on something. Pair of scissors, which is a wee bit disappointing because the centre screw's been peened. If it had been left, I could have probably got it working again. I might try and find if I've got an old screw, or is there any point? They're a bit bent, but they would have been quite nice. There's a name on here. Warranted forged steel something. We can have a look at them at some point, see if we can save them. Little strap hammer here with a little U on there, or is that a horseshoe? I don't know. So it was looking okay, but this side's busted. I don't know whether to round that off, trim that one, and try and make it a bit, even it up, and even though it's cheating, have the strap a bit shorter, pardon me. See how that goes. Don't know. Little pick, this is for raking out mortar, I take it. I've got another one of these up there I need to get a handle for. So that's interesting. Don't know if there's a name on here. Yeah, there is. Murex, made in England. So that's interesting. That'll clean up quite nicely. Python file handle, size number 2. Nice little club hammer here. Smart 2 and a something. It's got some worn out stamp on there. And it's been used to clunk something pointy on that side, which is a shame, but we'll dress that off. But that's a really nice little hammer, apart from the split in the handle, but we can maybe get some glue in there, clean off that Duncan. This has been used for Duncan stone, and that's mushroomed that end and split the handle. So don't know why they never just had a wee block of wood and dunked it with that, but they seem to like dunking it with their handle and break the handle. Little square, wee bit bent. Maybe do something with that on the anvil. Straighten that up. Made in Sheffield, England. No maker, but we might find one on it after cleaning. Wee bit of age, nothing ancient. Little float here. I think this has been chopped at one point because it's not equidistant from the handle. I'm sure part of that's been chopped away. No names visible on there, but it's clean. It's just been looked after by whoever had it. It's a little Rabone canoe level. Somebody put their cigarette out on there. That's quite nice. Nice bit of history there. Don't know why they would have done that, but anyway, maybe just out of badness, maybe borrowed it from someone they weren't fond of and stubbed out their cigarette on there. But I'll maybe sand that back a wee bit and I'll get the brass shining and that'll look quite nice. Little wrench here. There is some names on it. After cleaning we'll see a bit more. Trademark. It's a kind of animal's head on this. Don't know if you can make that out. There. Don't know what that is, I can't really see it. But we will clean this up and see what its maker is. A couple of screwdrivers here. One's an Alfred Sheffield, England. It's quite a nice screwdriver actually, once the paint's cleaned off it. And this is just a made in England. It's a Stanley actually. Stanley, and it's a Phillips. It's not really been chewed. That's quite a nice screwdriver that actually. And so is this old cabinet maker's one. And it's still pretty true. So it's quite nice as well. So that'll look nice cleaned up. And I'll darken the handle a smidge. Then we have a record number 130. So the blade can change to either end on this. It's quite an unusual wee plane. It's in pretty good nick. A lot of the record blues chipped off it. And it'll clean up quite nicely. And it'll live here for a wee while until I find the Stanley one, and then it'll change hands. So it's quite a nice wee thing. Then finally an E. Preston and Sons, Birmingham, England. Little spirit level, bubbles intact. And we'll have a go at cleaning that up soon and see what it's looking like. So let me know what you think about that wee haul. A few interesting bits in it. The last auction of the year, so I needed my fix. Go down and buy some old gold. Well, rusty gold to me. So let me know what your favourite bit was in amongst that lot, and then we'll catch up soon for more blethers.